Good afternoon, everyone. Today, Chattanooga State Tigers are playing Union JV. Pitching for Chattanooga State today is number 25, Will Shelton. No. It's actually number 26, Austin Lockridge. Up to bat for Union JV is number 4, Osborne. Who's square around a bunt and pulls it back for ball number 1. Count is 1-0. That'll be strike number 1. Count now is 1-1. They'll be outside for ball number 2. The count now is 2-1. Up high for ball number 3. Count now is 3-1. We now have a runner on first. Up to bat next for the Union JV is number 14, Heasley. He'll foul that one back. We have a runner on first. Count is 0-1, no outs. They'll be hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it and throws it over to first, but the runner is safe. We now have runners on first and second, and now up to bat for Union JV is number 2, Oracle. They'll hit the outside corner for strike number 1. Count is 0-1 with runners on first and second. There'll be a balk. Runners advance. We now have runners on second and third. Count is 0-1 with no outs. They'll be fouled back. Count now is 0-2. They'll hit the inside corner for a strikeout. We now have runners on second and third with 1 out. Now up for Union JV is number 23, Crouch. It'll be high for ball 1. They'll be inside for ball 2. Count is 2-0. Runners on second and third with 1 out. They'll hit the outside corner for strike number 1. Count now is 2-1. He'll hit that one just a little bit over shortstop's head. A run will come in, and now we have runners on first and third. Now up to bat for Union JV is number 12, Bradford. He'll hit that one back up to the pitcher. Pitcher will take it, throw it over to third. Third will take it and throw it to the catcher. Catcher takes it, throws it back. And there's out number 2. We now have 2 outs, runners on first and second, and up to bat is number 8, McGuire. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs. There'll be a swing and a miss for strike 2. That'll be high for ball number 1. Count now is 1-2 with 2 outs, runners on first and second. That'll be strike 3.
All right, here we go into the bottom of the first inning. Tigers come to the plate. Leading off is Alan Greer. Tigers are behind 1-0 after Union scoring 1 in the top of the first. Greer coming off of a nice weekend this weekend against Georgia Highlands. The Union pitcher comes set and delivers. Fastball outside, strike 1. Greer, a freshman, center fielder, hits right-handed but throws left-handed. May see some time on the mound also today. Next pitch is a fastball, a little bit wide. 1-1 now with no outs. The Tigers looking to try to get on the board to at least tie up Union. They're down 1-0 right now in the bottom of the first. Pitcher set, fastball delivered, foul ball at the plate, strike 2. Union pitcher looks like he's just average, a little better than average speed, velocity-wise, but is working spots. Greer in the box now, 1-2 count. Catcher sets up outside. And he leaves it in. It hit to the hole, short. Shortstop bobbles it, and Greer's too fast, beats it out. Kind of a bad hop there. So puts a runner on first with no outs, brings up sophomore second baseman Branson Bowling. Branson also hit the ball well this weekend down at Highlands. Didn't always get something for it, had some outs that were well hit. Greer with the lead off of first base. Pitcher comes set. And the delivery, Greer's off. Ball outside. Catcher comes up throwing, but can't get him. Greer's stolen base. Puts the runner on second base with no outs. 1-0 count to Branson Bowling. On deck is redshirt freshman James Basham, the shortstop today. Bowling looking to try to pull the ball here, at worst, to at least move that runner to third base. There's a timeout in the play. Now we're resuming action. 1-0 count. Fastball outer third, just a bit low. 2-0. Pitcher for Union seems to have a lot of sink. Going to look to induce a lot of ground balls. We haven't seen the off speed yet. 2-0 count. Fastball in, and Bowling swings and gets fisted with it. Hits it down a third baseline foul, and the third baseman catches it for first out. Not doing his job right there. Branson in a plus count with an inside pitch and can't get to it in time. At least could have had a little more productive out right there and moved the runner. Instead, we're left with the runner on second base and 1 out now with James Basham. Basham had a big 3-run home run in the first game Friday. Now coming up with another RBI situation. 1 out, 0-0 count. There's a breaking ball, left inside, but for strike. Catches the corner. 0-1 now. Basham, a transfer from Mississippi State. Second baseman flashes in, and the pitcher steps off. You would think there might be a chance of Greer running here with a right-handed hitter. Protects third base a little bit more than the left-handed Branson Bowling, where the catcher has a clean look at third. Catcher sets up outside, 0-1. Here's the pitch to Basham. Left inside, single to left field. Greer has to break back and will hold. Get the throw in. That's going to place runners on. It's going to place runners on first and third. Well hit ball will bring up Eddie Satisky. Eddie's a sophomore transfer from Eastern Kentucky University. He also had 2 hits in the first game Saturday of the doubleheader. I think he had 3 or 4 hits for the weekend. With a chance here to at least get a tie in this bottom of the first inning. Scores 1-0 Union. 1 out. This is a prime offensive situation right here. First and third, 1 out. They can run, hit and run, sack fly, score the run, all kinds of things. Fastball outside, just a little too wide. Makes count 1-0. On deck is Bass Cooper, sophomore third baseman. One 0 count, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit low. 2-0. Now Satisky in a very positive count. Really selective here, looking for something he can get the barrel to and drive. This is the type of count that can blow open an inning right here. Basham with a healthy lead. Fastball inside, 3-0. Pitcher staring at a potential bases loaded. See if Satisky's got the green light to swing or if he's taking. Fastball away, but catches the corner. Strike 1, 3-1. Now we'll see if the runners get put in motion. The runner at first, it doesn't appear any signals are given. He might be on his own. 3-1 count, 1 out. Pitcher comes off and takes a quick look. And fastball in, clips him, puts the runner on. So now we've got bases loaded. Bass Cooper up. Satisky got hit Saturday, I think, only didn't get to take first base on that. Took strike 3 on it. Obviously a different interpretation. So we're now bringing the plate sophomore, all conference last year, Bass Cooper. Bass had struggled some this weekend, looking to rebound today. First pitch, fastball up and in, ball one. Prime situation right here for Bass to get something he really likes and turn on it, try to drive it someplace. He is a double play threat though, so a ground ball could be a inning killer. Sidearm ball two, pitcher now starting to struggle a little bit. 2-0 count with one out. Bass Cooper at the plate. Alan Greer at third, James Basham at second, and Eddie Satiski at first base. Fastball up and in, 3-0, and he's back where he was with Satiski, the previous batter, 3-0 count. On deck is Nick Bluebaugh, another sophomore left-hander. Fastball, ball four. So Bass Cooper walks, picking up the cheap RBI right there, but tying the score as there's a timeout and the pitching coach comes out. So we'll take a brief break during the mound visit. Okay, we're back now after the mound visit by Union. Bases are still loaded here in the bottom of the first inning for the Tigers. And there's one out, brings the plate sophomore Nick Bluebaugh. Nick, a Southern Illinois University signee for next year. Fastball outside, strike one. Tough pitch to hit right there. Would have been one to try to drive to left. Bluebaugh looking for something a little more to his liking. 0-1 count. Ball in the dirt. Or in the turf, as it were, for those of you that have followed the Tigers through the years. Home plate is now AstroTurfed. It was done in November, so this is the first game that we're actually playing on the turf. So 1-1 count with one out. Bluebaugh hits it well to left center, and it's in the gap. Looks like that's going to score three. Bluebaugh looking to go to third, and it looks to be a stand-up triple, and it is. So that's a three-run triple right there off the bat of Nick Bluebaugh. And that throws the Tigers up 4-1. So coming off of a tough top of the first where the pitching was a little rough for the Tigers, at least initially, the offense has come in and gotten started, so now the score is 4-1. And to the plate is freshman catcher Logan Smith. Well hit ball by Nick Bluebaugh. Right there, he hit a couple like that this weekend. Fastball looks to be a strike. To make the count 0-1. Spinning curveball, and Smith hits it to first but scores the run. Makes the score 5-1 as Logan Smith picks up the RBI and will bring to the plate the 8-hole hitter Jordan Heath, sophomore from Dade County High School. Jordan had one base hit, I think, in 4 at-bats on Saturday, so looking to build on that here with 2 outs. Hits a single, looks to be a bouncer up the middle. Shortstop closes in, but it's kind of in between for the base hit. So extends the inning, which will bring up the 9-hole hitter Will Duncan, the right fielder. Will played one game Friday and then came in for Jacob Holton when he hurt his knee in the Saturday game. I think Will's still looking for his first base hit. Freshman out of Louisiana, South Louisiana. So 2 outs and Jordan Heath on first base. Will Duncan at the plate. Scores 5-1 Tigers. Fastball away for a strike. Pitcher seems to have settled down a little bit, but not. The damage has somewhat been done. 0-1 count now with 2 outs. Fastball away again. Nice pitch. Makes it 0-2. Duncan going to have to stick his nose out there over that plate and handle that outside pitch some. Think that's what they were beating him with this weekend too. Catcher setting up out there looking to be just off the edge. And he got one in where he could hit it, and he just wasn't on time with that. That was not where the pitcher wanted the ball. Would appear that the catcher would have wanted him to miss into the left-handed batter's box, and he missed over the plate. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one be a little wider. It's 0-2 count with 2 outs. Will Duncan at the plate. 5-1 Tigers up. Breaking ball, back door, strike 3. So at the end of the first inning, the score is 5-1 Chattanooga State. We're going to the top of the second.
Up to bat for Union JV is number 18, Fitzgerald. He'll foul that one off, and the count will be 0-1. He'll hit that one over to center field. Center fielder will be under it for out number 1. Bring up is the shortstop, number 10, Davis. We have 1 out, no one on. He'll hit that one past the shortstop over to the center fielder. Center fielder will throw it in to keep the runner over at first. Now coming up is a non-hole hitter, number 22, Sellers. He squares around a bunt, and it will go foul. Count is 0-1 with 1 out and a runner on first. That'll be hit over to the second baseman, Nick Blueball. He will drop it on the transfer, but we will have out number 2. Now up to bat is the leadoff, number 4, Osborne. We have a runner on first with 2 outs. And that will be inside for ball number 1. Now hit the inside corner for strike 1. Count is 1-1 with 2 outs. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. Count is 1-2. He'll hit that one back up to the pitcher. Pitcher will field it and throw it over to first for the 3rd out. In the middle of 2, we have Union JV 1, Chatt State 5. Up to bat for Chattanooga State is the leadoff, number 5, Alan Greer. He'll hit that one up and over to center field. Center fielder is under it for out number 1. Now up to bat is second baseman Branson Bowling. And that'll be strike number 1. Count is 0-1 with 1 out. He'll hit that one up and over to center field as well. And center fielder grabs it for out number 2. Up to bat now is number 7, James Basham. We have 2 outs, no runners on. Now hit the outside corner for strike 1. He'll hit that one over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, throws it over to first, but Throw is under his glove, and he will grab second. Up to bat now is number 16, Eddie Satisky. We have James Basham on second with 2 outs. That'll be low for ball 1. He'll throw it over
Get up and go.
and into center field. James Basham will take third,
Take off.
and he'll stay over at third. Be outside for ball 2. Count now is 2-0 with 2 outs with a runner on third. That'll be strike 1. Count now is 2-1. I'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. Count now is 2-2. He'll hit that one over into left field. Left fielder is under it for out 3. At the end of 2, Chatt State 5, Union JV 1. Up to bat for Union JV is the left fielder, number 14, Heasley. He'll square around a bunt, but he pulls it back for ball 1. Pulls that one back as well for ball 2. Count now is 2-0. That'll be inside for ball 3. It'll be strike 1. Count is 3-1. He went on that one. Now he has a full count. Now hit the inside corner for strike 3. Up to bat now is number 12, Igor. Fouls that one back for strike 1. Hit that one over to the third baseman. Third baseman fields it and throws it over to first for the second out. Up to bat now is the right fielder, number 23, Crouch. We'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. He'll foul that one back. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs, no one on. They'll be fouled off too. Count remains 0-2. Now hit the outside corner for strike 3. In the middle of 3, Chatt State 5, Union JV 1. Up to bat for Chattanooga State is third baseman Bass Cooper. Be outside for ball 1. It'll be inside for ball 2. Count is 2-0. Outside for ball 3. Count is 3-0. He'll take a base. We now have a runner on first, and up to bat is number 15, Nick Blueball. Be strike 1. Count is 0-1 with a runner on first, no outs. Be inside for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Nick will hit that one up and over to the left fielder. Left fielder's under it for out 1. Up to bat now is catcher number 4, Logan Smith. We have a runner on first with 1 out. Be outside for ball 1. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. Count is 1-1. We have 1 out and a runner on first. He'll hit that one up and over into right center. And the center fielder is under it for out 2. Up to bat now is number 8, Jordan Heath. Throws over to first. Runner is safe. Outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs. Hits that one over just above the second baseman's head, and he will get a base hit. We now have runners on first and second, and up to bat is number 22, Will Duncan. He'll hit that one over to right. Right fielder is under it for out 3. Going into the fourth, Chattanooga State 5, Union JV 1. We're starting off the inning with 1 out. Up to bat now is number 23, Crouch. Number 8, McGuire. It'll be a swing and a miss for strike 1. That'll be fouled back for strike 2. Count is 0-2 with 1 out. Count now is 1-2 with 1 out. He'll hit that one over to the third baseman. Third baseman fields it and throws it over to first for the 2nd out. Now up to bat is number 18, Fitzgerald. Inside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs, no one on. Be a swing and a miss for strike 1. Count now is 1-1. He'll foul that one off, and the count now is 1-2 with 2 outs. Now hit the inside corner for strike 3. In the middle of 4, Chatt State 5, Union JV 1. Starting at the top of the lineup again, we have number 5, Alan Greer. Be outside for strike 1. Count is 0-1. They say he went for that. Count is 0-2. Allen hits that one over to the third baseman. Third baseman fields it over to first for his first out. Up to bat now is number 1, Branson Bowling. Hits that one in between first and second and gets a base hit. We now have a runner on first with 1 out. Up to bat now is number 7, James Basham. It'll be ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 1 out. Branson Bowling on first. Hits that one up and over to the center fielder. Center fielder is under it for out number 2. Up to bat now is number 16, Eddie Satisky. He hits that one over into left, and that is gone. That is a home run for Eddie Satisky. Up to bat now is number 21, Bass Cooper. He'll be on the inside corner for strike 1. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs, no one on. Count now is 1-1. That'll be strike number 2. Count now is 1-2 with 2 outs. He hits that one in between first and second, and we'll get a base hit out of it. Up to bat now is number 15, Nick Blueball. They'll be outside for ball 1. That'll be outside as well for ball number 2. Count now is 2-0. We have Bass Cooper over on first. Ball 3, count is 3-0. Be strike 1. Count now is 3-1 with 2 outs. We now have runners on first and second with number 4, Logan Smith. That'll be strike 1. Count is 0-1 with runners on first and second, 2 outs. That'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. He'll foul that. He'll hit that one foul. Count remains 1-2 with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Be ball 2. Count now is 2-2 with 2 outs. We have Bass Cooper on second and Nick Blueball over on first. That'll be out number 3. At the end of the inning, we have Chatt State with 7 and Union JV with 1. Up to bat for Union JV is number 10, Davis. He'll hit that one over to our center fielder, and he gets it for the first out. Up to bat for Union JV is number 22, Sellers. He squares around a bunt, but he pulls it back, and that pitch will be called a strike. Count now is 0-1 with 1 out, no one on. Be low for ball 1. Count is 1-1. Swing and miss on that one, making the count 1-2. It'll be a strikeout for out number 2.
Isn't it?
Up to bat is number 4, Osborne. And he'll be hit by the pitch, and he will grab 1. We now have a runner on first with 2 outs, and up to bat is number 14, Heasley. Be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Hit that one in between first and second. We now have runners on first and second with number 2, Engel, coming up to bat. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. That'll be ball number 2. Count now is 2-0. Be inside for ball 3. Count is 3-0. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. I'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. Count now is 3-1 with 2 outs. He'll foul that one off, and count now is 3-2. He'll hit that one over to our shortstop. Shortstop will field it and throw it over to first.
Jesus, H. Christ.
And gets it for the third out. In the middle of 5, we have Chattanooga State 7, Union JV 1. Up to bat for Chattanooga State is number 8, Jordan Heath. Jordan Heath will hit that one off his foot. The count is 0-1. Jordan Heath will swing and miss on that one, making the count 0-2. He'll hit that one right back up at the pitcher, and he will get first. Up to bat now is number 22, Will Duncan. We have no outs with Jordan Heath over on first. He'll hit that one over to left, and that will make Jordan Heath will be running on in, and he will be safe, and that will score a run. We have Will Duncan on second. Now batting is number 5, Alan Greer. I'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. Count is 0-1 with no outs. We have Will Duncan on second. Will Duncan's taken off over to third, and he will be safe. He'll be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-2. That ball's up and over into right center. No one's there to grab it, and that will score a run, and Alan Greer will be going for 3, and he will get there. Be safe. That will be up and over to the left fielder. Left fielder's running to get it and grabs it for out number 1. Union JV just switched out their pitchers, and up to bat for Chattanooga State is number 7, James Basham. We have number 5, Alan Greer, over on third. He'll hit that one foul. Count will be 0-1 with 1 out. He'll foul that one off as well, and his count now is 0-2. He'll hit that one past the third baseman. A run will score. He's going for 2. And now he's going for 3. And he's safe. Up to bat now is number 16, Eddie Satisky. We have James Basham over on third with 1 out.
Oh my gosh.
He hits that one over in between. Yep. Yep. And he will get. What? And that's ball game for game number 1. The end score was Chattanooga State 11, Union JV 1. Up to bat is number 4, Kendrick Osborne. Right now the count is 0-1. Pitching for Chattanooga State is number 10, Reese Harps. That'll be a hit over into right field. Right field will be under it for out number 1. Up to bat now for Union JV is number 14, Joseph Hensley. He'll hit that one over to the second baseman. Second baseman fields it and gets the out at 1. 2 outs, no one on. Up to bat now is number 2, Jacob Engel. They'll hit the outside corner for a strike. It'll be a swing and a miss. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. And that'll be another swing and a miss, 3 outs. Pitching for Union JV is number 19. Leading off for Chattanooga State is number 5, Alan Greer. I'll hit the outside corner for a strike. It'll be inside for ball 1. Count is 1-1. Count is 1-2. That'll be a swing and a miss for out number 1. Now up to bat is number 15, Nick Blueball. Nick will square to bunt, pull it back, but it'll be called a strike. Count is 0-1 with 1 out, no one on. Be outside for, oh wait, I don't know. Count now is 1-1. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. They'll be outside for ball 2. Count now is 2-2. That'll be hit over to left and it'll drop, and he's going to stay at first. Up to bat now is number 7, James Basham. He'll hit that in between first and second. Nick is going for 3, and he is going to stay there. We now have runners on first and third with 1 out. Up to bat now is number 16, Eddie Satisky. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. Count is 0-1 with 1 out. Runners on first and third. There'll be a swing and a miss, and count now is 0-2 with 1 out. That'll be outside for ball 1. Count now is 1-2. He'll hit that one over to the right fielder and get a base hit, and also Nick Blueball will come in, and James Basham will now go over to third. Up to bat now is number 21, Bass Cooper. We have James Basham over on third and Eddie Satiski over on first with 1 out. He'll foul that one back. His count will be 0-1. He'll hit that one over to first base. First base will tag and throw it over to second. Eddie will be safe over at second, and a run will score. Now up to bat is number 8, Jordan Heath. He'll foul that one off. Count is now 0-1 with 2 outs. Runner on second. That'll be outside for ball 1. Count is now 1-1. That'll be inside for ball 2. Count is 2-1 with 2 outs. Runner on second. Jordan Heath will hit that over to the first baseman. First baseman will dive and get it and tag first. And that'll be the end of the first inning. The score now is Chattanooga State 2, Union JV 0. Up to bat now for Union JV is number 23, Travis Crouch. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. They'll hit the outside corner again for strike number 2. Count is 0-2. He'll hit that one over into right center. He's going for 2, and he will have a stand-up double. Up to bat now is number 12, Kyle Bradford. We have a runner on 2 with no outs. It'll be a swing and a miss. Count is now 0-1. Count is 0-2. Runner on second, no outs. That'll be ball 1. Count now is 1-2. Runner on second, no outs. That'll be a swing and a miss for the first out. Up to bat now is number 6, Austin Reynolds. We have 1 out, runner on second. Runner will advance to third. Count is 1-1. That'll be a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Count is 0-2 with 1 out. That'll be high for ball 1. Count is 1-2 with 1 out. Runner on third. That'll be out number 2. Up to bat now is number 22, Will Sellers. We have a runner on third with 2 outs. He'll foul that one off. Hit that one over to the shortstop. Shortstop fills it and throws it over to first for the third out. Middle of 2, Chatt State 2, Union JV 0. Up to bat for Chattanooga State is number 4, Logan Smith. He'll be hit by pitch, and he gets 1. Now up to bat is number 1, Branson Bowling. He'll go to bunt, and he pulls back for ball number 1. Count is 1-0 with no outs. Runner on first. He'll foul that one off, making the count 1-1. That'll be low for ball 2. Count is 2-1. He'll hit that one in between first and second. And we now have runners on first and second with no outs. Now up to bat is number 22, Will Duncan. It'll be a pass ball. Runners will advance. We now have runners on second and third with no outs. He'll square around the bunt, and he won't pull it back in time. Counts 1-1. It'll be low for ball 2. Count is now 2-1 with no outs. Runners on second and third. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. Count now is 2-2. He'll hit that one back up to the pitcher. Pitcher will bobble it, throw it to first for the first out. Runners will stay at second and third. Allen hits that over into right center. A run will score. 2 runs will score, and he will stay over at first. Up now is number 15, Nick Blueball. We have Alan Greer over on first with 1 out. Allen takes off and will be safe at second. Count is 1-0. Nick will hit that one over to center, and it'll drop. And a run will score, and Nick will get 2. Up to bat now is number 7, James Basham. We have Nick Blueball at second with 1 out. I'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. It'll be a swing and a miss. Count is 0-2.
Oh my God.
He'll foul that one off. The count remains 0-2. He'll be outside for ball 1. Count now is 1-2 with 1 out, runner on second. He'll hit that one over to third. Third baseman fields it and throws it over to first for a 2nd out. And they try to get Nick at third, but he is safe. Up to bat now is number 16, Eddie Satiski. Now that'll hit him in the back, and he will take first. We now have runners on first and third. And number 21, Bass Cooper, is up. They'll be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs. He'll hit that one over into right field. A run will score and runners stay at first and second. Now up to bat is number 8, Jordan Heath. They'll be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Jordan will foul that off. His count is now 1-1 with 2 outs. They'll be outside for ball 2. Count is 2-1 with 2 outs. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Jordan will foul that one back. Count remains 2-2. Jordan will hit that over to the second baseman. Second baseman throws it for out number 3. Up to bat for Union JV is number 7. Be outside ball. They'll hit that outside corner for a strike. And that'll be strike 3. Now up to bat is number 27, Nick Trees. They'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. That'll be a swing and a miss for strike 2. Count is 0-2 with 1 out, no one on. Be up high for ball 1. Count is 1-2. There'll be another swing and a miss for out 2. Up to bat now is number 4, Kendrick Osborne. We have 2 outs, no one on. Be inside for ball 1. That's going to hit the outside corner for a strike. Count is 1-1 with 2 outs. He'll hit that one over to the third baseman. Third baseman will field it and throw it over to first for the last out. In the middle of 3, Chatt State 6, Union JV 0. Up to bat number 4, Logan Smith. They'll be inside for a ball. That'll be low for ball 2. Count is 2-1. That'll be ball 4. We now have a runner on first, and coming up to bat is number 1, Branson Bowling. He throws it over to first, but the runner is safe. It'll be right down the middle for a strike. Count is 0-1. They'll be outside for a ball. Count is 1-1. He'll foul that one off. The count is now 1-2. He'll hit that over to the third baseman, but it will get past him. And now we have runners at first and second. And coming up to bat is number 22, Will Duncan. He squares around a bunt, but pulls it back just in time. Count is 1-0 with no outs. Runner on first and second. Be ball 2. Count is 2-0. He'll be outside for ball 3. Count is 3-0 with runners on first and second with no outs. Count now is 3-1 with no outs. That'll be a He'll hit that one over to left, and he'll catch it for an out, and runners will remain at first and second. Now up to bat is number 5, Alan Greer. That'll be a strike. Count is 0-1 with 1 out. Runners on first and second. He'll swing and miss on that one, making the count 0-2 with 1 out. Runners on first and second. And he'll be rung up on that one, giving us 2 outs with runners on first and second. Up to bat now is number 15, Nick Blueball. He'll hit that one over to second base. Second base tosses it over to the shortstop and gets the 3rd out. At the end of 3, Chattanooga State 6, Union JV 0. Up to bat now is number 14, Joseph Hensley. He squares around. He squares around a bunt, but pulls it back just in time. And that'll be a strike. Count is 1-1. He'll hit that one over to right, and it goes foul. Fouled it off again. That'll be outside for a ball. It'll be hit to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it and throws it to first, and the guy is out. That'll be out number 1. Up to bat now is number 2, Jacob Engel. We have 1 out, no one on. And that'll be a base hit. We have a runner on 1 with 1 out, and number 23, Travis Crouch, is up to bat. That'll be inside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. 1 out, runner on first. That'll be outside for ball 2. Count is 2-0. Throws over to first, and he is out. That is out number 2. That'll be inside for a ball. Count is 3-0 with 2 outs, no one on. Now hit the outside corner for a strike. Count is 3-1. There'll be a strike down the middle. Count is 3-2 with 2 outs, no one on. Hits that one back up to the pitcher. Pitcher gets it, throws it over to first, and gets the out. Middle of 4, the score is 6-0, Chattanooga State leading. Up to bat for Chattanooga State is number 7, James Basham. Squares around a bunt but pulls it back just in time. Count is 1-0. There'll be a hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, throws it over to first, but it's too late. He is safe. Up to bat now is number 16, Eddie Satiski. We have a runner on first with no outs. He squares around a bunt but pulls it back, and his count is 0-1. We have a runner on first with no outs. He'll foul that one off, and his count is now 0-2. He'll hit that one over in foul territory, and the count remains 0-2. Count is 1-2 with a runner on second. We have no outs. He will hit that one over into right center. A run will score. We'll have a stand-up double. Now up to bat is number 21, Bass Cooper. Union is bringing out a new pitcher, and he is number 11. The score now is 7-0, Chattanooga State leading. Now up to bat is number 21, Bass Cooper. It'll be outside for a ball. Count is 1-0. It'll be a ball. Count is 2-0 with a runner on second, no outs. It'll be inside for ball 3. Count is 3-0. It'll be inside for ball 4. We now have runners on first and second with no outs. Now up to bat is number 14, Chase Porter. Be outside for ball 1. He'll hit that one up and over into left. Left fielder is under it for out 1. Runners remain at first and second. Up to bat next is number 4, Logan Smith. Be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 1 out. Runners on first and second. He'll hit that one over into foul territory, and his count is now 1-1. Hits that one over to shortstop. Shortstop bobbles it, throws it over, but he will be safe. Oh, it was an overthrow. Now a run will score, and we now have runners on second and third. Coming up to bat is number 1, Branson Bowling. That'll hit him, and he will get first. We now have bases loaded with number 22, Will Duncan. He'll be outside for ball one. Count is 1-0 with bases loaded and 1 out. He'll hit that one off of his foot, and the count is now 1-1. Be inside, he'll foul it off. Count is now 1-2 with 1 out, bases loaded. He'll foul that one over and is just out of reach. Count remains 1-2. Hits that one over to the third baseman. Third baseman tags the base and throws it over to first. And they get the out at third, but they do not get the out over at first. And we scored a run. We now have 2 outs, runners on first and second. And number 5, Alan Greer, is up to bat. Be outside for ball one. Count is 1-0. He'll hit that one over into right. And it's fair, and that will score 1 run. And we'll keep runners at second and third. Now up to bat is number 15, Nick Blueball. Now up to bat is number 11, Will Campbell. They'll be inside for ball one. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Count is now 2-0 with 2 outs. That'll be outside for ball 3. Count is 3-0. That'll be inside for a strike. We have the count is 3-1 with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Hits it over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, throws it over to first to get the third out. Going into the top of the 5, we have Chattanooga State 10 and Union JV 0. Up to bat for Union JV is number 10, Tyler Davis. That'll be a ball on the outside. That'll be a strike. Now has a full count. No one on, no outs. Be outside for ball 4. Now up to bat for Union JV is number 6, Austin Reynolds. It'll be a ball high. The count now is 1-0. No outs, runner on first. And that'll be a strike. Count is now 1-1. That'll be low and inside for a ball. Count is now 2-1. They'll be hit over to the third baseman. Third baseman dives and misses it, and they will hold the runners at first and second. Now up to bat is number 22, Will Sellers. They'll be inside for a strike. Count is 0-1 with no outs, runners on first and second. Count now is 1-1 with runners on first and second. We have no outs. He'll hit that one up and over to the left side of the field. And it's in foul territory, but the third baseman is under it and gets the out. Now up to bat for the Union JV is number 7. Inside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 with 1 out. Runners on first and second. There'll be a swing and a miss, which makes this count 1-1. There'll be another swing and a miss, which makes the count 1-2 with 1 out. Runner from second takes off, and he is safe. We now have runners on second and third with 1 out. Batter has a count of 2-2. Be low and outside for ball 3. Count is 3-2 with 1 out. Runners on second and third. They'll be hit over between the second baseman and center fielder. Center fielder catches it, fires it home, and misses the tag at home by a pass ball. So Union JV just scored. We have 2 outs, runner on third. The score now is 10-1, Chattanooga State leading in the top of the 5th. There'll be an inside pitch for a ball. Count is 1-0 with we have 2 outs and a runner on third. Count now is 2-0 with 2 outs. Runner on third. And there'll be a swing and a miss, making the count 2-1. Count now is 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner on third. He'll foul that one off, and the count will remain 2-2. He'll foul that one back, and the count will remain 2-2. There'll be an inside pitch, making the count 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner on third. There'll be an outside pitch for ball 4. We now have runners on first and third. Up to bat now is number 4, Kendrick Osborne. Chattanooga State will now call time. Chattanooga State will now switch out pitchers, and we have number 17, Noah Rainsfield. We have 2 outs, runners on first and third. Number 4, Kendrick Osborne is up. Count is 1-0 with 2 outs. There'll be a pass ball and a run will score for Union JV. We now have a runner on second with 2 outs. The score is now 10-2. Chattanooga State still leading. That'll hit the inside corner for a strike. Count will be 2-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second. That'll be ball 3. We now have a count of 3-1. That'll be a foul ball. Now has a full count. We have a runner on second with 2 outs. There's a hit in between first and second, and the coach will hold up the runner at third. No runs will score, and we now have runners on first and third with 2 outs. It'll be an outside ball. Count is 1-0. Runner takes off from first and will throw down. Nobody's there, the ball goes to center field and a run will score. Up to bat now is number 14, Joseph Hensley. He'll be walked. We now have runners on first and second with 2 outs. And coming up to hit is number 2, Jacob Engel. Chattanooga State will now switch out pitchers, and now pitching for Chattanooga State is number 27, Harley Walker. We have runners on first and second with 2 outs, and number 2, Jacob Engel, is up to bat. At the top of the 5th, the score is 10-3, Chattanooga State leading. That'll be strike 1. Count is 0-1. That'll be inside for ball 1. Count is 1-1 with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Throws over to second, but the runner is safe. We have 2 outs, runners on first and second. It'll be an inside strike. Count is 1-2. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. He will hit that over to the shortstop. Shortstop will throw it over and get the 3rd out. Now we are heading to the bottom of the 5th. Chattanooga State leading 10-3. Up to bat is number 7, James Basham. Count is 1-0. That'll be ball 2. Count is now 2-0. It'll be a low ball. Count is 3-0. That'll be ball 4. We now have a runner on first with no outs. Now up to bat is number 16, Eddie Satiski. That'll be outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. We have a runner on first with no outs. Throws over to first, but misses the throw and runs over to James Basham is over on second. Count is 2-0 with no outs. Count now is 2-1 with a runner on second and no outs. He got hit by the pitch, and now he's going to take first. We have runners on first and second, and now up to bat is number 21, Bass Cooper. He squared around the bunt but pulled it back just in time. The count is now 1-0 with no outs. Runners on first and second. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The score is 10-3. Chattanooga State leading. He throws it over to second to try to get the runner out, but he is safe. And the ball outside. Count is now 2-0. It'll be a outside and low ball. The count is now 3-0. Runners on first and second with no outs. Count is now 3-1. He hits that one over into right center, and center field grabs it, throws it over to third to try to get back or get the lead runner out, but he is safe. We now have runners at second and third with 1 out, and now up to bat is number 14, Chase Porter. That'll be an inside ball. The count is now 2-0 with 1 out, runners on second and third. That'll be called a strike. It now has a count of 3-1 with 1 out, runners on second and third. Gets hit by the pitch and takes first. We now have bases loaded with 1 out, and coming up to bat is number 32, Austin Dunn. That'll be a low ball. And that'll be hit up the middle. That'll score 2 runs, and we will keep runners at third and first. That's hit over into right center, and that will score a run. And it will score, and we'll have runners on second and third, and that's the end of the ball game. The end score is 13-3, Chattanooga State leading. this weekend Chattanooga State play, so make sure to tune in to that.